Hello everyone, it's Noel from Noel's Nook, and I'm attempting to redeem myself for a drawing I did last year and never uploaded. You've seen this image before in my embarrassingly old Digimon art video, and today I decided, since I'm in a bit of an art rut, that I'd carve out some time to relax and revisit this piece. As you can see, I'm tracing the image because I didn't feel like redrawing, and I don't mind the pose. The issue I had with the original and why I decided not to upload it was because I used colored pencils and I was so unhappy with the turnout. Unlike the original, instead of using fine liners to do the line art, I opted to use dip pens. Once I started using them, however, a small panic started setting in as the lines were bleeding all over the place. It doesn't appear too noticeable on camera, but several times while I was inking, I thought, maybe I can start over. Maybe I can use my older ink. Maybe it's this pen nib. Maybe Black Cat ink sucks. Regardless, I pushed through, and I figured this piece was more for my own practice anyway, so it's fine. Since I wanted this piece to be quick and easy, I turned to my markers, which I've neglected the past few months. Color matching wasn't so bad, but I really do want a more extensive selection of skin tones. Ken is pretty fair, but his skin has a warmer undertone, and while this set of markers from Blick does have a pretty decent range of colors, I'd love to have more lighter colors in different tones. Luckily, unlike last time, I'm pretty content with how his skin turned out. I wanted this image to feel more like it came out of the anime, so I opted for simpler shading for this piece. So no crazy advanced skin shading techniques or realistic hair, just some cell shading. After Ken was finished, I moved on to Wormmon, and boy did I hate it. I put like 3 layers of green on him and I was still getting streaks. I was getting annoyed and I didn't want to keep piling on layers while the marker was still wet because the ink has a tendency to creep out over the lines. I thought he was getting a tiny bit too dark, so I tried using lime over top of the spring green in the hopes that the lime would help ease the streaking while simultaneously bleaching the previous layers, but nothing. So as a last-ditch effort, I pulled out the blender and gave it a whirl and still wasn't impressed. At this point, I said screw it and moved on. Sometimes you gotta learn when to call it quits. On the bright side, I had fun doing his little bitty claws and eyes at least. To finish off the piece, I added in a little bit of highlight to the eyes of each character to bring them to life, and polished off Ken's button, and that was it. While it's still not the most impressive piece of art, it was fun practice at least. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more art-related content, I would totally appreciate if you would subscribe. And remember to draw what you love and love what you draw. Which version do you like better? The original colored pencil or the new and shiny marker illustration? Let me know!